Are you ready for some more junk journal snacks? As always, this is the beautiful journal from lovely Nadia. As always, you can find her Instagram linked below. She does not have a YouTube channel. This is her handle, Art Alalai. She is such a beauty. I'm continuing to work now from front to back to fill any pages that are still blank. This would be the next double spread, but I'm not doing a double spread today, so I will skip that for now and I will do something on this page. And the item that inspired me today and grabbed my attention is this beautiful golden butterfly, which I bought locally. And when I looked at this, I thought, sure, I could just put it in my journal with a mixed media collage. Would be fun to do, but then I thought, let's do something different. I'm going to grab my jelly plate, and I've probably forgotten everything that dear Louise Heinzel has taught me. If you want to see a fun video where she teaches me how to work with my jelly plate, please check that link below. It's a lot of fun to watch. I haven't printed with my jelly plate in a while, so this is going to be an adventure. Let's do this. Okay, I have my jelly plate, which still has some paint on it from last time, which is awesome. I took out some acrylic paints that match the color scheme that I have in my journal. And I have some regular copy paper. I think I'll need to warm up a bit because I think the jelly plates work better once you've done a few prints. So I think I'll just kind of start with something. Not thinking too much. That was too much paint. Let's add some bubble wrap to that to get some texture. And let's take a print of that. Love this here, which was left over from last time. Let's try some of this gold. Then I'm going to put my butterfly there, making sure it's pressed down everywhere. Let's take it off. Yep, that worked pretty well. So I'll dry this and then I'll add some of this blue on top. I think I want some more pattern around it, so I'm going to take my bubble wrap again and just do this. So I've waited a few minutes. It's totally dry to the touch. So now I'm going to add my blue paint. Actually, I have some here that I can use as well. Let's go over the whole thing. And now let's just try to get that whole image off, hopefully including the gold butterfly. And here's, I think, where you have to be patient. And you really need to keep rubbing this. I think the paper is supposed to feel warm to the touch. I got that wrong in the video where Louisa was showing me. I thought Louisa had said to rub until this gets cold, which makes no sense. Yep. Let's have a peek. Ooh, I think it worked. Let's see if we can see the butterfly. I think it worked. Oh my goodness. Whoa! How cool is this? I love it. I did not expect that to work so well, especially not on the first try. It's all thanks to Louisa. Thank you. So if you're fairly new to jelly printing and you want to do this with more than one layer, I think the key point, what I learned from Louisa, is that the first layer has to be dry. Otherwise, it won't work. And then the second most important thing is to just keep rubbing and rubbing and rubbing, and then to have a peek, and if it's not coming off well, then just keep rubbing. You have to be patient. Oh my goodness, this is so much fun. Okay, I think I have to try it again because this is just too much fun to stop after just this one print. I forgot how much fun this is. Let's do it the other way around. Let's first, wait, how did I do it now? Oh yeah, let's do it the other way around. So this time I'm going to start off with the blue. And I think another important tip from Louisa was not to have too much paint. You want everything covered, but it really needs to be a thin coat. Okay, let's put the butterfly on. Let's turn it this way. So again, oops. Okay, let's see if I can fix that. That's the problem with having long nails. So I'm just going to press this down to make sure I get the complete print. Then let's take that off. Yes, that's beautiful. So let's choose a different pattern. I have this here, which used to be like a mat to put on your table where you put your plate on. A placemat. There we go. That has a cool design. So I cut that up, and I think that will give us a pretty cool design. Every time I use my jelly plate, actually I'm going to do it in the middle as well, I think to myself, I need to do this more often, because every time I do it, I have so much fun. Oh, that looks really cool now. Okay, so this has to dry again. I'm going to help with my heat gun. If you use a heat gun for your jelly plate, please be careful not to overheat it. We don't want to melt the jelly plate. We don't want to ruin it. So I'm just gently going to go over, and I'm going to keep a little bit of a distance. So again, it's completely dry. I can wipe over it with my finger and it won't move. So now I'll take my gold again. It's always so exciting to see what it's going to look like. And you can see how thin the paint is. We can see the first design through it. Now with the second one, we have to be quick because we need to get this before it dries. See, I'm checking and I see that a lot of it is still sticking to the plate, so I'm going to keep rubbing. Okay, I think this is as good as it's going to get. Oh my goodness, I love it. It's even better than the first one. So in comparison, I mean, I like them both, but I kind of like this background better. It looks kind of distressed, even though it's not. I mean, it is a little bit here. So fun. Let's do one more. I'm going to try the buff titanium as background. Putting my butterfly down, pressing it in. And this time I'm going to use this small butterfly here, which came in the same pack, and just put that in various places around the big one. I have to be quick before this dries. This might not be great because the problem is it's not really taking all of the paint away. You see that? So I don't know if that's going to look good. And then let's add some bubble wrap over the whole thing, just because. Ooh, okay, we can't hardly see those butterflies anymore, but we'll just go with it. So I'm going to dry this again. And then I want a bigger contrast this time, so I'm going to take some raw umber. And I'm quickly going to put this design on the whole thing. And then let's take a print. I'm so curious. I don't think we'll see the little butterflies at all. Okay, let's see what happened. Ooh, loving the color. Okay, we can't see any butterfly. Not even the big one. But I do love the colors and the pattern. It looks super cool. I mean, the big butterfly, if you know it and you look super closely, you can see the wings, one here and one here. But you'd never know if you don't know. But I still love it. But I do want the butterfly on it. So I think I will take some blue. Too much, too much. Then I'll do this. Oops. Okay, I'll leave it here. Do this. No, that's not gonna work. Maybe. Okay, let's put a pattern in here. I have this wallpaper with some nice structure. I dried this. This was not what I had in mind. I'll just make another print. I wanted to do something different, but let's just go with this now. And I'll just take the print as is. I think the paint was too dry. I was not fast enough for this one. That's pretty much a fail. I mean, you can see it, but yeah, not what I was going for. Okay, I will leave this for future prints. I could, of course, clean it with a baby wipe, but I don't want to. I love having this leftover paint here for surprises on future prints. Just in case you're not aware, I have also learned that it is best to store these jelly plates with the acetate that they come with and store them horizontal. Don't keep them upright. Apparently they lose their shape if they're stored like this. So getting back to our journal page, I'm going to use this one and I'm going to make a simple pocket out of it. I don't want to leave this plain either. So I'm going to just stamp on it with my bubble wrap since I have that right here. And I'm just going to take my brayer and some of this blue paint and put that over. Now we can just stamp this. And I just need to worry about the top half because of course the pocket will be covering the rest. Oh look, there's some leftover pink. I won't take it off. I think that's a great little color accent. That's an interesting color combination. Yeah, we will hardly see any of it once the pocket is there. So I'll just dry that quickly. Then I can cut this down to fit my page width. So I'll cut it here, or I'll tear it, I think. And then I'll tear it here. I'm going to stitch around this with my sewing machine. You could also hand stitch, which would be absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to swivel around in my chair because I can do that now. I went around it twice with a wonky zigzag stitch in chocolate brown. And now I'm just going to punch a notch on the top with my envelope punch board. Love that notch. Then I'll ink up the edges with walnut stain. I want some more contrast on here, so I'm going to add some splatters in this beautiful turquoise. This is actually some bubble water, meaning I have some detergent in here to blow bubbles, but I can also just use it for splattering. So I just want to be sure to shake it up well. It won't splatter. There's too much foam. Okay, let's do something different. So instead, let's just use that feature and make some bubbles. Yeah. So I'm just going to tap that onto my butterfly pocket and see what happens. Not much on the first try, but we'll get this, don't worry. Okay, I'm going to let this dry and see what that looks like then. As always, I was too impatient, used my heat gun, so I lost a lot of the beautiful bubbles that would have been there. So the whole thing would have looked like you see here, but instead now we have a big blob here. This here is absolutely gorgeous, as well as this. But now I'm thinking, looking at this, that I can hardly see the butterfly anymore, and I want to see that a bit better. So what I'm going to do is take the original butterfly and trace around it with my pencil so that I have the shape again, and then I think I'll color in the butterfly in gold. Using my Van Gogh 803 Deep Cold watercolor. So a cool effect that happened now is everywhere where I had some of that bubble mixture, there is a resist now. So you see all these bubbles now in my gold paint. That looks really interesting. I love it. Now the only thing I don't like here is seeing my pencil lines. So I'm going to see if I can fix that by just going over those with a regular color pencil. It's not even water soluble. Just to see if I can make those lines disappear by going over them. Okay, they won't disappear, but no, this is not really working. I think I need something darker. So instead, I'll try this turquoise one. This one is water soluble, but I'm not going to use water with it. Yeah, this might be better. And now I just changed my mind. I am going to try to fade this out a little bit. And I'm going to try the splattering one more time. This time I won't shake it so much, so it should be okay. Oh no, it's still so much foam. Okay, let's just try it. Okay, we'll get some foam splatters. Maybe that will look cool. Whoops, that's a big one. Okay, I'm going to let these air dry now so that they dry nicely, hopefully. So I patiently waited for the turquoise splatters to dry. So now we see this fun bubble design. I also added some black splatters for a little more contrast. So now I'm going to just glue this onto this page. I've also inked up the edges of this page with walnut stain, and I chose 3 tags that could potentially work well in this pocket. All of these 3 have been made a long time ago and have been waiting for a long time to find a forever home, so I think it's about time we do that. So let's try this one first. That would be okay. This design kind of looks very similar to the feathers here. So I do like how that ties together. Definitely an option. Then we have this mushroom tag. This, I believe, is part of my Pinterest inspired series. I will link that playlist for you below in case you want to get some inspiration of how you can use Pinterest pins and make them your own. So let's see how this one will look in here. I like this one as well. Again, it has similar tones to the bird. The muted orange we have here is almost the same as what we have here. Plus, it's fall right now, so having a mushroom there is a very cute option. And this is the third one. Has a cute little charm here. Also would work color-wise with the bird. But I think this charm here is going to create some problems when I close my journal because it's super bulky. So I'm not using this one. I think I'm going to go with this one simply because I'm thinking of making a journal or something with all the tags I make from this series. So I have a few already. So I think I need to put them all together in one place instead of splitting them up in various journals, even though it would have fit beautifully here. So we have a winner. Congratulations, ladies. And I also like that it has the Be Brave here, because I feel like experimenting with the Gelli plate always takes a little bit of courage because you never know what's going to work. So doing that on camera can be quite challenging. I think this was a long one, right? Thanks so much if you're still here. Love you guys. Mwah, mwah.